All right, so big weekend for you guys. Why don't you take me through both games at Dominguez and LA?
Well, anytime you can win a game on the road, let alone two, you're doing things right. I don't care who you're playing. Both Dominguez and LA are very talented. Uh, we'd beaten Dominguez here first time around, and they were minus one of their better post players, Darnell Martin. He played against us, had a pretty good game against us in the first half. We were able to slow him down late, cause him to miss some tough shots. But we just battled. We had a chance to kind of put them away and didn't quite do it. They battled back. We were able to get the stop to keep it to go into overtime, which was huge. And then in overtime, we made free throws and we made layups, and that's really kind of what it came down to in that game. And then going into Saturday's game. We knew we were going to be in for a defensive tussle because LA really defends. They still struggle to score a little bit, but they really do defend. And we were just after playing them here and not scoring for the first 10 minutes, we were happy to be tied 12-12 at about the 9-minute mark. So even though the score wasn't going very high, at least we're putting points on the board. But I think as soon as I got happy, they ran on like a 10-0 run, kind of got away from us a little bit. But then we battled. We did a great job coming back. We were down a point at halftime. And then we got the lead in the second half, and we made plays. We had a couple chances to put it away, but we kept it interesting because we like to do that. But when we needed it, we got it done. Guys made free throws down the stretch. We came up with loose balls. We got on every loose ball down the stretch, which was really good for us. And, at the end of the day, it was great. I think the biggest thing we came away from this weekend is we kind of had a calm about us the entire time we played. We didn't get too high, we didn't get too low. We just we're just at that point where we're just playing, and I think it's a good thing. It's a maturity thing, and so it was good to see.
On Friday, you guys played your second OT game in as many games. What was the difference from the Sonoma State game to?
Well, I think the biggest difference we weren't tired. It wasn't a Saturday night. We weren't down a guy. We had all hands on deck. We walked the ball up the first half of both of these games last week just to kind of rest our legs. We're not running until we get into the second half, and I think that really helped. So we weren't tired going into overtime. We got some good stops, and we scored on our first couple possessions and forced them to have to foul us. And when they fouled us, we made free throws. And I think that was the biggest difference. Was just we had more legs down the stretch.
Looking forward to this weekend. It's the last homestand, and you have Humboldt and San Bernardino coming in. Take me through what you're expecting from the team and from those teams.
It should be two really good high-scoring games. Both those teams, I think, are probably number one and number two right now. I don't know where we're at. We were up in the number one and number two, but they're number one and number two in points scored. And so I think we're all somewhat in the top three. So you got three of the highest-scoring teams in the league going at it. We kind of looking back on that trip is a trip that we were really kicking ourselves. The Humboldt game got away from us. They hit a layup with a half a second go to win the game. After we missed a free throw, I had a chance to put it away, but it's done. We know we can beat them. Very talented, very offensive-oriented team. Should be a very good up and down game. And then on Saturday we got San Bernardino, who we played a good game down there. We just didn't make the couple plays down the stretch that we've been making lately to get the win. So they've got the best player in the league, in Jacob Thomas, who's up to 17, almost 18 points a game right now. He's coming off a 29-point night against Chico. And we're going to have to make him work. He didn't score a lot of points against us, but he scored like the first 10 points of the second half for him. When we were close, and that kind of pulled it away, and then we were battling to get it back close again. So, two really good scoring teams. It should be a fun one for those people that like offense because there's some cats coming in that can really shoot the ball. So, we'll see.